Hello, this is part 2 where I'm replicating this page a little bit larger but essentially the same. I think this looks very nice. Now, the next step is to find a string for this fold, and I always save the cutouts from all kinds of strings and organza, ribbons, etc. I also save, let me show you, these strings that come with clothes tags, and there's often also these safety pins, and these I cut out these things that are meant for hanging the clothes because I don't like them, but I can reuse them in my tags and journals. So I think this is long enough for this purpose. Then we're going to add some pockets and embellishments, of course, but let's do this first. I think you saw it. I'm just going to tie it around and make a knot, double knot. There. And let's make a knot here too. And then the pockets on the bottom. I think I'm going to stick with this pink and grey color scheme, and I don't want to hide that too much, that chair. It's beautiful, so it must be, well, we have to hide this lace pattern here, but let's think about it. Yes, it's better to sacrifice this in order to save that image. We're going to need two pieces of cardstock. This could be okay for the smaller one, and that is okay for the larger one. The first one, which is underneath, is a little bit smaller than the one on top of it. This is a good way to use your scraps. Perhaps like this. And about here, it's not so important, the exact measurements. Let's test it. We're going to need to cut it about here. Yes, that looks good. Then I'm going to round all these edges. And then I'm going to sew around these edges. There. And then add some ink. I hate when these sponges wear out so easily and so soon. I hope someone figures out some better way to make more sponges that are more durable. There. This needs a thumb hole. Is it a little bit wonky? Maybe a little bit. This side is longer. Yes, that's better. That first, and then this. A bit glue. Over there. And this one. There's a bit of string. Now we have a double pocket here. Let it dry. And while it dries, we can make, for example, this kind of a tag. I think I have one of, this kind of tag somewhere in that Year of a Dragonfly calendar kit, one of the kits, but I have some test prints that I'm going to use and make something like this from it. I want to use these, even though they are not perfect, but they are okay for this purpose. straight line. And let's cut a little bit from the corners. And then we need to make this little hole here. And I see that I have inked the edges. Let's do that. To give it a little bit of definition. And a number snippet. I will take this because we're going to need it later, but is there a small number snippet somewhere? I have more of these elsewhere, but I'm going to check out if there is something useful in here. Maybe that one. Just the 26 maybe. The number 26. The tweezers are a big help with these small paper snippets. There's one. That goes over there, and that goes over there. And let's see now. Next thing. Here I had something ugly underneath, and I hid it with this piece. We don't need that because the sheet music is very beautiful. But I wanted to hide this brad also from here. So we will need 2 embellishment pieces. There's text and the notes, so it might be nice with a number snippet here, but here I already have I have changed my mind because I was going to replicate this tile. I'm using this here, so that text could go there and something else on the inside. I will check out my recently arranged snippets. There's a lot of embellishments here. Let's see what would look nice. Can you see this? So maybe numbers or large text, or oh, there was one of those ready small text. No matter we made one. Aha, I have here these things that are from the same kit as that background. Maybe we could use these somehow. I'm not quite convinced. Okay, I cut the video. Let's see, where were we? I will quickly show you. I don't know what was the part that we were before I cut it. I made this to hide the bread, and here I use this snippet to hide that bread, and I put this number snippet. That tag went over there, and I punched with a large circle punch this flower image and put it underneath the belly band. I think we were here. Oops. Now I'm using the tab punch board to make these small cards. First this long one. Let's make a straight line here. And this was a little tricky. Let's see if I can make it again. I will just try and try until I get it right. No, there's two lines here. I'm using now the left one. The right one didn't work, so the left one to this side. Let's try it. Yes, then the other one, the left side again, the left line. Yes, that worked. It was easier than the first time. This one, it goes in here, and let me put this the same time here. Then this light green I'm going to use about that size. Let's see now. This way. Cut that off. And then that corner, and also these corners. And now we have this short piece that is not going to go in there. Of course, you just, it was like this, horizontal, turn it vertical, and then you can punch that with this tab punch board. You just have to try to line it with this left side line. It's a bit difficult, but it's doable. There. And now some ink. Was the place for it was, I think it was over there. That's too wide for that one. I will have to think about it. I could cut it. I will cut it smaller if it doesn't work like this. Let's try it first. Then there's this one. Maybe yes, that fits in there. So the only way is to cut this to fit in that pocket, but let's make this first. I'm trimming it so that it's the lines are straight, and then I'm going to make the tab about in the center. Let's take that as a model, and just a short one, maybe even shorter than these marks over there. That looks quite nice. Cut the excess off. And round the corners. It was like that, horizontal, turn it vertical, and then you can trim these corners. There, and the other one. Carefully. There. And some ink. This will make some interesting shapes. There's a little bit of excess. I'm cutting it off. I had to remake it. I wasn't happy with it, so here is the finished product. Made it the same way. And this snippet goes in there. Some ink, naturally. this, dry it up. There. It's just a little bit too wide. I'm going to need to trim it. There, and the corners. And while I was at it, I trimmed this to size, to fit here. Now they are the right size. And that one goes in there. Then this little tag needs an embellishment, and I decided to put this stamp, postage stamp, in there. Too much glue. Let's take the excess off. There. And now we could make a little notepad inside of these pockets or folds. Let me grab some paper for it. And for that I'm using one of my avocado dyed prints, and this one gets a real tea and coffee dyed paper. Something simple. There's about three folds here that would fit there. I'm going to fold it 3 times. And then I'm using a ruler to tear them into these long sheets, long strips. And this pocket is about 6 centimeters wide, and I'm going to cut these papers into 5 centimeter pieces. I'm not sure how many I will need. We will see later. I'm just tearing them because I want this scrunchiness on the edges. I've already used about half an hour for this, so I will need to make another video. We will see very soon. Bye bye.